Okay, welcome everyone to the stream. I hope everyone's doing well. For those who don't know me, my name is Layla. I'm a 3D character artist working for animation and games and everything in between. And today we'll continue working on this Jinx puzzle. She's almost done. All she needs done is her frying pan as a weapon. I'll bring up the reference. Here it is. It was my paint over of the original Jinx design. Ooh. Put it here. She's missing frying pan, and maybe her hair could use a bit of work as well. Other than that, pretty close. And then I'll move on to whatchamacallem, retopology. Let me just quickly fix these two materials. Hey, Tekka Idunia, welcome. Hi, Hariom. Hi, Asana. Welcome, everyone. How was the Christmas and New Year? It was great. Yeah. Don't really celebrate Christmas, but New Year was fun. What about you guys? Are you on holiday? What's up? Also, can you hear me well against the music? Is the music too quiet? Okay. I think for frying pan, we'll start with something like a cylinder. Let me bring up some images. Huh. If you ever wanted to scale something along 2 axes, but not like along 2 but not 3 axes, what you can do is hold down Alt Shift and drag on the axis that you want to ignore, and what ZBrush will do will like scale it on these 2, as opposed to like this or like this. Have you made it from scratch? Yes, the whole thing from scratch. You can follow the whole thing from the start on the ZBrush channel. I didn't stream all the parts, but I did stream the first part where we were blocking it out from primitives. Trusty cog from the transpose tool to do some basic model iteration. This seems a bit too small in diameter for me. Okay, I think if you guys are not saying anything, the music is great then. So, what we're gonna do now is open my menu for like fast actions, delete the top part, turn on double to see both sides, and it's our frying pan already coming together. Now what we're missing is the handle. What's the best way of attaching a handle? I think we need to clean this up. Now let's insert as many as we want. Maybe this much. Maybe this could be the handle. Looks like it comes out right up top. So let's slide this one down. And extrude, follow group all. Kind of the idea. Bring it forward. Scale it like this to flatten it out. Quite thick, but we can sculpt it, so I'm not too worried about that. Hey, hello, happy new year. Hello Sasha, welcome. Thank you, you too. Where do all the menus come from? They are my like hotkeys menu that you can make for yourself. Just Google how to make your custom menu, ZBrush, and there's probably gonna be a Michael Pavlovich tutorial. It takes like 5 minutes. And then I assigned it to hotkey 2 on the keyboard, and then I mapped the hotkey 2 to my stylus. So now every time I press it on the button, it pops up, and I can like, instead of going in and looking for it and blah blah blah, I can just click on it wherever I am on the canvas, and it saves me so much time. So I would recommend trying out custom menu setup. It would save you so much time, you'll be so much more efficient. Now, do we need this? One second. Okay. Group by normals. I'm trying to get rid of this thing. Delete. Delete. And if we extrude all the polygons, what's gonna happen? I see. Not quite what we want. Let's say stitch. And insert one loop. And then bridge. Yeah, I should have done this from the start, I think. Just being silly. Why it doesn't wanna... Ah, I see. I didn't want to smooth because I have spotlight projection turned on, which goes on by default when you turn on spotlight. From restaurants? Oh, I see. Dad jokes. All the menus come from restaurants. Wish we had ZModeler for ZBrush iPad. It's coming, but we have to wait a while. I think it will come soon. Maybe. Who knows? But my gut tells me that it's such an important feature that it will be out for iPad soon. Okay. So what if we do it now? Extrude all polygons. Yeah, that's kind of the idea. Or is it outwards? Yeah, that's not bad. Okay, let's add in a couple more edge loops here. The reason why I'm doing that is because I want to make a hole here. So let's do split point like so. And then if you just click again on any other point without like dragging, it will match the exact same radius that you did before. So like repeat the same action with the same parameters. So if you ever needed to make a bunch of holes of the same size, that's how you do it. Like for a belt, for instance. Now let's bridge 2 holes, arcs. Voila. You have a hole. Now I'm probably gonna uncrease it. Crease hole. And we have a frying pan. Doesn't look like the reference, not yet, but it's getting there. Just need to manipulate some proportions and we'll be sweet. Hey, JL. Welcome. And instead of the normal move brush, I'll choose move infinite. What we will do, it will kind of push through all that the brush sees or touches. So not just this point, but this point and this point as well. So that's handy. So it kind of like doesn't stop at the surface level, it kind of like goes all the way through. Which is great for affecting like silhouettes or holes in this instance. And that's what I love about ZBrush, is this like freedom to combine poly modeling with sculpting brushes to get the desired result as fast as you can. And it's just more intuitive. Love it. Okie dokie. Something like that. The handle does seem rather slim from that profile view, so I might just come in here, turn off perspective for a second. Also, it's tilted down. Don't know if I like it. I can bring it up. Now we can scale it. Probably gonna put the pivot here, scale it like this. Insert. Oop. Single edge loop. Now I can go and say scale, edge loop complete, and push it out. That's nice, I think. Maybe not. Now it seems too thick. 3D. I just love the iterative process. Do one thing, and then a second later you don't like it, and you redo it. That's why you gotta be patient if you want to make it in 3D as an artist. Okay, let's scale it even more. And hey, it does look like a frying pan. Let's save this. Frying pan. Oh, look at my stuff. In the folder, it's not named correctly. Hey, feels so good. KZN, welcome. Let's inset this poly group and turn on standard, because if you don't, well, in this case it works. Usually, you see what starts happening? Like, weird stuff starts happening. So I recommend turning to standard when using inset feature. And here we can do insert or in support loop there as well. Let's see the inside of the frying pan. It's not this even actually. Kind of like, sorry, not even, I mean, what's the word? It's not this sharp of a transition. Yeah, it's more like it. Let's ZBrush move infinite. If you guys have any questions for me or about what I'm doing on screen, please reach out. That's what I'm here for. I'll try to answer them as much as I can. Also, it's like 3rd of January here, some of you 2nd of January. Lots of people are still on holidays and we won't have as many people in the chat today. So please ask away. I want to have this sharper transition here, but I don't want to have it there. Okay. Slide the point down. Hi, Maya is good or ZBrush for hard surface? Well, you tell me. I haven't been doing hard surface in Maya for years now. Oh, maybe like I'm exaggerating, but maybe for a year now? Because I just switched to ZBrush. ZModeler's got everything you need, really. Level. Delete. Yo, hey Chloe. Hey chat, welcome Chloe to the stream. She is a great ZBrush artist as well, and she streams here and does awesome portraits of like everything, like guys from Red Dead and Walking Dead and so much more. There you go. Packing orders while watching you. Orders. That's cool. What are you packing? What kind of orders? Stickers? That's awesome. Not a very exciting stream today because we're just modeling a frying pan. But hey, sometimes you gotta model what you gotta model. For Patreon, that's cool. Maybe one day I'll get one too. Patreon, I mean. I just constantly run out of space on my drive, so there's no space for me to store any like recordings, which I know is fixable with like a hard drive. And yet here I am. For real, not everything can be exciting. Yeah. Hey Layla, hey Angie, welcome. Oh yeah, dude, I had to get a new computer. Like it was a needed update anyway. Yeah, that's fair. I think mine can still go on for a couple of years, but man, no space. I had to clean up C drive yesterday to install the new ZBrush. because I literally had no space. Okay, this isn't too bad. Slide this down. I think we can sculpt on this. So let's just fix these holes real quick. Close convex. Oh, we really don't need this many subdivisions. Let's do it again. And there you have it, frying pan. One last thing, add a couple more. Ooh. Support loops here. We can just slide this one down. There you go, a frying pan. Lol, video takes up so much, I'm thinking about buying another drive. Be right back, washing stamp. Cool. Let's copy tool and just go to Jinx. Jinx Bunzel, I think was the winner of a poll of what to name her on Instagram, but I'll have to check. Okay, this is one big frying pan. How about 50% of the size? No. Maybe like 30? Let's see. Yep, looks about the size. Maybe 85? Perhaps the pan itself without the handle needs to be slightly bit bigger. See if we can do that without making it look weird. Scale it. Maybe even just scale it like this. And the handle looks longer on the concept. I just can't see it because I turned it off. Maybe that's too big now. But in the cartoon, it's as big as her head, really. Have you had any more hardcore Jinx fans messaging you? Haha. No, not since the last incident. Everyone has been very nice in the comments. People would say stuff like, it's cool design, but pink is not her color. And I guess like it's their right to not like it. It's fine. But that's the whole point of the challenge, is to make Jinx or any other character or prop look different, not copying the original design. It's far from it. That's the whole point. I think some people are missing that, even though I explained it in the post. I think I did anyway. Hello, Anjana. Uh-oh, what happened? It's nothing. It's like someone on Instagram got really upset with my design because they have this connection to Jinx, you know, one of those people who love the character so much. They like make the whole identity around them. And they were like saying something along the lines of, oh, what was it? Because they self-destructed afterwards and deleted it. And they were like, oh, God forgive the person who drew this. And I was like, damn, it's a cartoon character. Okay, TV series character. Chill out. But that's what happened. And I told the person, hey, you don't have to like it and you don't have to be here. Because I really don't get people who leave mean messages on the internet. It's like, do you really feel so insecure about yourself that you need to make somebody else's day worse? Really don't get it. And then they left. So that's all that happened. Hey, here again. Nice to see you. Happy New Year. Hey, welcome to the stream. What do you mean here again? I always stream here. Unless I stream on my channel. Brush move infinite. Let's make this more rounded. There you go. Brush move infinite again, and let's do something like this. Yeah, that looks good. What do you guys think? Is it now too big? I wanted it to be big. It's kind of like her main weapon. Hey, hepped up, pod, welcome. Oh lord. Yeah. Okay. Good afternoon, Layla. Hi, Lakori, welcome. Something that happens a lot with competitive games with viewers. I've met some people, fan of Overwatch and League, that make their personality all about their main character. Yeah. I think it's a bit toxic. I think you can love game characters. I love game characters in terms of their design, their story, but making your personality, what's the word? All about the character. Bit too much. Bit too much. But hey, who am I to judge? I'm just sitting here in my office making silly cartoons on the screen. Okay, pretty happy with the frying pan. Now we can jinxify it. That's why you might have seen some references of Fishbone rocket launcher that she has in the show, because I wanted to see how much they like damage it, I guess. So I can turn everything off except for the frying pan. It'll be easier on my computer as well. Thing was 18. Let's save it as well. I love to watch this channel sometimes, but I follow it because of you, Chloe Warfy. Hey. Well deserved. Honored. I just casually found that you're here. I saw in the main YouTube board and then I immediately clicked on your live stream. That is what I mean here again. Ah, I see. Thank you. Fan in the console looks tiny. The one you had in Imperial was a better sized for a weapon. Yeah. Yeah, the one she has in the concept looks like, what do you call them? Crepe frying pan? Those like thin ones? Pixelogic speaking na Ruskom, by the way. I don't think it's Pixelogic anymore. I'm streaming on Maxon, right? But I do speak Russian. It's my second language, first language. It's hard to tell at this point which language I'm more proficient at. Но я говорю по-русски. Если есть какие-то вопросы, я с радостью отвечу. I don't know what happened on your Instagram, but what I hear something bad, I will never. Ooh. When I hear something bad, I will never that kind of people like those. I go straight and tell them to move on in a hard way. I hope for you that everything is now solved and the person hasn't disturbed you anymore. No, it wasn't anything. It was just a funny story to tell. They don't disturb me. Okay, thank you though. Let's duplicate the frying pan and then let's just subdivide it a couple of times. Maybe to here. Now what we're gonna do some slicing. Is that the correct way? I see. Yeah. Stuff like that. I had one cut on the concept art there. I keep on doing it the wrong way. One thing you should always avoid with game models, so I'm thinking about it ahead of time, is no 90-degree angles. If I can avoid them, that would be ideal. I cannot. Oh well. We'll deal with the consequences, but this one is easily avoidable if we like just dynamesh it and then trim dynamic the edges so they're not this sharp. then I won't have any problems down the line. Hi, how's you? I'm good, thank you. It's Pixologic on Twitch. It's hard to change the name. Ah, I see. Because it's Maxon everywhere else, isn't it? Кайф, просто поинтересовался. Easy. Romanian. I don't think I can speak Moldovan anymore. I can understand it. It's really trippy. I haven't heard it or spoken it in 7 years. And then my dad came over earlier, well, in 2024, because it's 2025 now. He spoke some Moldovan to me, and I was like, oh wow, I understand. And it wasn't just like, hello, how are you? It was, yeah, a short conversation. I've completed RD/R2 yesterday. I can recognize characters on your fan arts now. What is that? Red. Oh, yep. Red Dead Redemption 2. Can you do that cut in the layer so you keep the original shape without any cut? No, you cannot do this on the layer because it just changes your topology. And the layers only record, I believe they only record stuff that isn't changing the topology. Because the whole point of a layer is kind of like a blend shape, so you can drag the slider. However, if you really wanted to, there is, I don't know if you can do it though. There's clip curve. It's not gonna, well, I guess it does something. So I think you can use clip curve on the layer. You see, so it's trying to preserve the same topology, but give me the result that I want. Could use it. But if you really wanted to preserve the original for whatever the reason, you could store morph target. Just go here and say store before you do the cut, and then you can bring it back. Oh, yeah, I think it won't work either because the topology has changed now. Huh. Yeah, I guess your best bet is clip curve. So let's do that and see. Just gonna undo. Oh my god, it just really doesn't want to work. It tried its best, you know? So now if we turn it off, yeah, it disappears. I don't really like that, so I'll come back to my knife curve. And I kept the original shape on the Avasub tool. Oh no. No. Not save. Okay, so this is a boring cut. Let's do it at an angle. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it's max on everywhere else. I don't know why it's so hard to change on Twitch. It just is. Is it posing time? No, not yet. We're still doing the pen, and then I won't be posing her for a long time because well, for obvious reasons, she still needs to go through low poly, UVs, texturing, hair work, shader setup and stuff like that, and then I can rig her and pose her. But yeah, won't be for a while. Hey, it's Layla. I hope you powered up today. Yeah, I am. Welcome, Emperor of Cheese. Nice to see you. Thank you for showing me the layer method. All good. All good. And the same thing would work with morph target as well. We can do that non-destructively with a boolean, but I don't know if ZBrush has those like in Blender. Well, it's not... It is possible, and I could do it. It's just one of the ways, and I wouldn't call it non-destructive, because in a way it will be changing the topology, so you won't be able to like bring back once you accept it. Yeah, we can like rotate it and then scale it, place it somewhere here. And if you don't understand what I'm doing, it will make sense in a second. This is kind of gonna be our boolean mesh now, which is turn on live boolean, and we have to subtract this. And there you go. We can scale it like this, like this. Yep, I guess this would give me more control. You're right. And I can place it anywhere in the model that I want to. One thing is, it's not set in stone yet. So as soon as you say, okay, I'm happy with this, please make it a boolean mesh, you go to boolean and you say make boolean mesh. It goes through the process and nothing happens. You don't see it anywhere. It's because it's created the subtool or like a tool, but it hasn't appended it yet. So let's go to append and just append this one, the last one in the line. So now you can see it's a very similar result to what we did here with the knife curve. However, it gives you these less favorable stretching polygons, this topology, but it doesn't really matter if you're gonna dynamesh it anyway. So yes, in a way non-destructive, but also at some point you gotta commit and you cannot come back from this. So yeah, let's delete that and bring back this. Boolean is kind of dangerous to use. I prefer to avoid it at all costs. Why is that? Does it crash your ZBrush? Thank you, it's nice to see you too. Hope your Tangled and Arc-infused character is going well. She is here. 1 second. She's almost done. All I need to do is a frying pan. Anything else? I mean, the entirety, like the rest of the pipeline as well. Like low poly texturing and yada yada yada. But the sculpt is almost done. I added her these buns. What do you guys think of them? I gave her these buns. That's the way to say it. I just wanted her to look a bit cuter, I guess, but also different from Jinx in a way. And it's kind of a combination of Powder and Jinx. Especially this one. She looks more like her version in the second season. Spoilers for those who haven't seen it. Maybe smaller would be nicer. I'm scared of Boolean too. Stop it, guys. Boolean cannot hurt you. Embrace it. He says and cuts with the Boolean and ZBrush crashes. So how about we save? Okay. She's looking great. Good job, Layla. Thank you. I love. Fakes looks so cute. Thank you. Can you tell me something about Retopo? I have not done Retopo. That's you have done it? Not yet. No, I haven't started even. I can't really show you now because Retopo takes a while. You basically just turn your high poly into like a mesh, like a live surface. That's what it's called in Maya. But I'm sure there are like options in Blender too. So live surface means that everything you make in a scene will snap to it, like a magnet. And then you draw polygons on top of it. Kind of similar to topology brush in ZBrush. It's creating polygons. So in a similar fashion, that's how I'm gonna be doing topology. Hi Chloe. Okay, then I matched really well. She looks more gentle. Yay! Thank you. Spent I think like a whole day modeling these boots as well, but I think it paid off. And I've added little suns on it as well, as a nod to Rapunzel. Okay, coming back to our frying pan, and I get sidetracked so easily. Let's increase the resolution to like 900. Now we can like break up this cut, make it more organic. I don't really know how this cut happened, but it looks cool, so I want to add it. I don't know if it really makes sense though. Probably not. Okay. Let's do clay polish real quick. Sailor Moon vibes. Yay! Somebody told me that before. Never watched Sailor Moon as a kid, so I don't have that association in my head. But I know the main character has those buns, right? And she's blonde as well. Imagine Jinx as a Sailor Moon character. That'd be fun. can hurt me and has. Oh no. Did you solve the net web grid thing on her right leg? I missed that. Is there any way you live stream? I solved that, but it was off stream. I can, I think, showcase what I did though. Billion once broke into my house and murdered my dog. No! What? What a freak. I'm never using Boolean again. Are you gonna go all like John Wick on it? Avenge your doggo? It's okay, the dog got better? Huh? Okay. Is there a reason that you're working with perspective turned off? Yeah, on small objects like this, it will like distort it quite heavily towards the front, so I like to turn it off. I do turn it on for like characters every now and again, but for now it's like not doing me any favors to have it on. Happy New Year, Layla. Thank you, my tets. Same to you. Woohoo, looks amazing, Layla. Thank you. Oh my god, I have so many cool people in my chat. We have Smart Artist, we have Chloe. I saw your 3D print on Instagram the other day. It looks cool. Was that a Halloween witch? She looks like a mashup of Sailor Moon and Jinx. She should look more like a mashup of Rapunzel and Jinx, but hey, I'll take it. Your character's looking really impressive, Layla. Great work. I also want to do it like you one day. Thank you. And with enough practice, because that's basically all I did, you can. And I'm by no means great. I'm good, but there's still so much room to grow. Layla, my house, welcome. What's up? Smart artist, yo. Привет, Лейла, привет, чатик. О, шаманчик, привет. Okay, enough on that stupid cut. I need to move on. Why aren't you guys saying anything? I'll get so sidetracked, I'll spend like a whole hour in it. Let's just break it up and I'll switch to this material so it's like more shiny, blinky. Remember what I said, trying to avoid 90-degree angles as much as we can. So going over with trim dynamic really will help. What contest is it? I forgot. It's for Zag Challenge. I'll show you in a second. Oh, good. Discord. Yep. So, people are doing amazing stuff here. Look at that. Sama doing props. This is Isha's. What do you call it? Hard hat? Monkey Bomb. Vi. But she's like more Zoni. And then it's me. Grown up Isha. Environments, props. So Zag Studio is hosting this challenge. Someone has already finished. Looks awesome. And that beautiful flowery look of yours. Hey. I wanted to add flowers because of that scene in Tangled where they go to the capital and like a bunch of girls come up to Rapunzel and offer her to braid, or maybe she asks them to braid her hair, something like that. And they braid it and they put flowers in it, and I was like, braids, flowers, jinx, it all makes sense. Not gonna spend too much time on it because most of the model's interest will come through texturing. Some detailing will go a long way because then we can extract all of it in curvature map. My guy, who wants me so much on my phone? Are you my baby yet? I don't think so. Don't you think texture eliminates need to Don't you think texture eliminates need to see small dent detailing in ZBrush? No. I think detailing is needed still. And please don't be creepy. Well, thanks. You're welcome. That's such a good idea. Thank you. I guess Echo would be Flynn Rider to Jinx Rapunzel. I was thinking about it. That would be so cool to make Flynn Rider Echo with that meme next to the poster that they didn't get his nose right. That would be so fun. Oops. What's going on here? Tax collector. What do you mean by that? Yay, alive! Said the net web grip thing on her leg wasn't show how you solve the problem, and if my suggestion helps you, does my suggestion help you to solve the problem you had life? My suggestion worked. Oh my god, you're really invested. Yeah, no, it did and it didn't. I had to change it a bit. Because that mesh that I had wasn't working, so I had to change it. I'll show in a second. Just want to finish this frying pan. I'll have at least something done from the stream, because I like to talk a lot and not do a lot on streams. I think I have an orb brush pack somewhere. 1 second. I do. Let's do orb cracks. Sorry people, I tend to get really quiet when I concentrate. I guess all of my brain power goes into sculpting. Cool, I would love to know how you solved it, I'm super curious. Okay. I basically just had to rotate the mesh 90 degrees. Not quite. So the mesh had to be a bit different. I think I tried the 90 degrees version and it also didn't work. Okay, let's just save it and then I'll show you how I did the stockings. Okay. I believe the final mesh that worked was this. So how I modeled it, took a grid, deleted these, inserted multiple, like maybe about this many, and this many. Oh. Is it like that? Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was inset color group all. Yeah. And then I inserted these guys. And I had to get rid of the corner bit. Oh my, I don't remember anything, do I? Yeah, basically you have to make this shape. I'm not gonna attempt to do it now because I don't remember it. You need to get rid of each of these corners triangles, basically make it, sorry, not triangle, square, and make it into a triangle. And the reason being is that's where all of it gets stitched. So that's the mesh. And then to brush, create insert mesh. Oh. New. And brush, create nano mesh. You select this brush and you go create nano mesh. What is wrong? Okay, you have to select it without the transpose tool. Now, if we go in here, so let's say for the leg, let's go down a few levels, then Ctrl-Shift-D to duplicate the mesh, delete higher. All we need is kind of this area. Let's extend it a little bit to here. Oh, now delete lower, delete higher. Or maybe even like go down a level. Let's delete this poly loop. We had to go all the way there. God damn it. Now isolate this. Let's clean this up. So we want just very clean geometry. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to zero mesher and set it to like 4K and don't smooth groups, and adaptive size to the minimum. And let's go lower and half of that. Oh, that's roughly what we want. Let's just set this to 0 adaptive size. Start. Okay, that's better. The more even the squares can be, the better. Okay, we'll leave it as that and inflate it a little bit. Now let's go to ZModeler, insert nanomesh to all polygons, like so. Let's go to nanomesh, Little placement turned off. Size is 1, maybe. Let's do fit. Z rotation to 0. You can see it's kind of like coming along. Okay, I think everything else is fine. So, with that, go to geometry and do convert BPR to geo. Converts it to geo. Now you can isolate the original mesh, invert it and split hidden, and you can save it for later if you want. Now let's just keep these two on. That's her legs, don't look at her feet. And now let's go project, and not color but geometry. And let's hit it and hope ZBrush doesn't crash. Okay, maybe prior to doing that we need to do one more thing. Go to geometry, modify topology, and weld distance, weld points. So I set it to something like 3, and in preferences, remember to set geometry Z modular welding tolerance to like 1, or sometimes like ZBrush will freak out and connect different points all over the place. So let's weld points. We can hit D on the keyboard to see it stitched all of it together. It looks like it did. Awesome. Now we can go, and now we can say project again. There you go. Have a thing. Now all that's left to do, I think what I did was edge loop, one loop without any polish. Oh, doesn't want to do it. Oh well. I wonder why. That's basically the same thing. So now we have base geo, and we can go here, extrude all polygons. And I think I did go to deformation after that and did a bit of a polish by groups. Or relax. Yeah, something like that. And she's got stockings. And we can turn these two off. That was my result. I was okay with it. And I did the same for her arm as well. Cool, I will allow to know how I feel it. Okay, what effect does adaptive size have when you zero meshing? So adaptive size will skew the scale of some polygons in favor of preserving the silhouette or the transitions a bit better. So turning it off or sliding it down, adaptive will stop trying to scale each polygon. It will try to keep them the same size. Yeah. Woo, you're the best, and I want to thank you for sharing this with us. I'm sorry to ask you, but I was really curious. No, don't be sorry. Thank you for helping as well. I couldn't find any weld in nanomesh that you were talking about, but I was able to weld it in just normal Z modeler. Oh, sorry, modify topology tab. Okay. Let's go back to this one. What else can I use from that pack? Would this help? Maybe. Ah, perfect, thanks. You're welcome. Ah. I don't know if I like it. Maybe. Let's see. Try slash. I see, I see. It's basically the same thing I was doing manually, but in the form of a drag stencil. It's not bad. Now look here. Just remember to turn on backface mask if you don't want it to go through the mesh. Maybe one here. Cool. I think I'm pretty happy with where it's at. I wouldn't want to spend any more time on a frying pan. I think you need to call it done at some point. Plus it's not gonna be in the main focus of the piece. The main focus should be on Rapunzel, Jinx Punzel. Do you guys have any ideas for posing her? Yeah, I don't really like this. Oh, okay. Hey Layla, shout out to you and Anna Carolina. I know her. I know has new art. Cool. I appreciate you day and night for the new video you do. I'm glad to be helpful. I'd have probably done it in Maya where I have used the retopology tool to make the tights, but that would have taken absolutely ages to do as well. Yeah, I was thinking about it at some point, but then I was like, no, that's really not time effective. It is possible, but man, too much. What is the saying? Laziness pushes the progress forward or something like that? Oh, I was just too lazy to do that. I wanted to find a faster method. And I did. Dancing, rotating. Okay. I don't think I can do like full-on animation, but a pose could be. And her braids spiraling around her. Again, I'm not that great of a rigger to do all that, nor am I an animator, so she will be still, I think, as a final delivery. It would be nice to animate her, but I just can't rig. DJ Hard Rock and AC. Hopefully I can recommend for some awesome freelance. He pays well in the thousands and looking for a new art teacher. Okay. What's AC? I was using mainly the micropoly, but I love the way you did using nanomesh. I will use from now on only nanomesh. Cool. Hey, happy new year. Do you got any tips for beginners on how to get the super clean looking meshes, especially organic meshes? Yeah, I'd say every character I start here on the channel, you can go to any video of mine before where I start out a new character, and you'll see what I do is I start from primitives. So spheres, cylinders, cubes, and then I just mash them together until they look like a character that I'm doing, and then I combine them. So that's like the cleanest way you can approach something organic, in my opinion. Hey Lila, what are you frying? Don't talk about food, I'm hungry. And it's like 8 a.m., 8:50 a.m. here. I just woke up, brushed my teeth, and got straight into streaming. So I haven't had breakfast yet. So I'm trying not to think about food. No. Okay. Again, I think this will do. Spending more time on a prop like this may be worth it if you're doing only that. But this is not a production model. Well, it is, but I'm also on schedule and I have less than like maybe like 11 days left before the contest finishes, and I still need to do low poly and texturing and posing and rendering. I don't know if I can do it in time. If not, then I'll just post it by itself after the contest. It is what it is. I'm seeing some straps we could add to the frying pan though. I just said that I'm not gonna spend more time on it, and here I go. Let's try it. Let's duplicate it. Not slice it. Nope. Not that one. Let's slice it like so. Like so. Just like in the area of the handle, we could add a couple of straps. So let's go to curve functions and polygroups, frame mesh, and you'll see a bunch of like lines will pop up. Now if we click on them with this, it will give us some straps. There you go. Maybe slightly a bit bigger. Oh, and by the way, I'm gonna be streaming for a bit longer than usual today because I'm still on holiday, so I can afford to do so. Reset. My normals. Polygroup, polyloop. Trying to separate everything out into like groups so I can crease it faster. It's a bit of a tedious process, but it will pay off in the end. Okay, now we can go and do crease. Oh, crease polygroups. Okie dokie. Are you going to render the final and complete model? Yeah. Yeah, I will. I think there's a pose of Rapunzel where she's holding the frying pan in front of her like a weapon. Maybe that? I mean, this one? Yeah, could be. One more. Don't see it here. Weird. Audio is missing. What audio? No, the delay is fine. It's me just not reading the messages straight away because I'm like working and I can see that the messages pop up, but I'm waiting to finish stuff. DJ hard drugs, DJ but hard rock. Okay. Also the delay is like a few minutes long. Okay. Синяя изолента на рукоятке. Да, но больше как вот это. Hi Layla, hi Eduardo. Is there AI in ZBrush? God forbid. No. ZBrush is about art, not theft. I'm gonna be just brutally honest. If anybody asks me about AI, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I don't like it. I don't think it outputs good results. I've worked with AI concepts and they just weren't good to work with. Not to mention that it's like morally wrong. Классика, уважаю. You look like Darlene from Rosiane. I have no idea who that person is, but I guess thank you. I'll try to keep up with you, chat. Sorry, I wasn't reading before. It's nothing to do with delay, really. I mean, I don't have the fastest internet in the world, but I think delay isn't that big. Okay, so that's that. Now we need to add a couple more. Let's duplicate it and slice curve. Let's add a couple more that go this way. Stroke, polygroups, strap. Let's make them smaller. Also, if you ever wanted to make your curves sit not on the surface but a bit offset from the surface, just go to brush and depth. And this is kind of like, I can't see it because of my face. This is the surface of the mesh. So by increasing it, that's how much it will float. Do you see? Let's increase it even more. So it's like almost not touching the mesh. It's a really cool thing. Let's invert it and voila. Group by normals. Yeah, that's good. Now let's do crease polygroups. And we have some straps that are going like almost parallel with the handle to break up the flow, so it's not all boring. And that's, by the way, how you can do straps on like characters as well. I'll often see like fantasy designs and they'll have straps like on their arms or legs or anywhere really. That's kind of the way that I would do it. Yeah, Darlene is a celebrity and you are a celebrity also, and your art has blown up. Thank you. Am I a celebrity? I don't think so. I just share my art on the internet and some people like it. Layla, Happy New Year to you. Hello, Sheriff. Thank you, you too. Do merge down. Awesome. Let's go to crease the resolution to 1 and what's to something like this. Okay, much better. Now we can sculpt on it a little bit. Let's add like 4 subdivision levels, and let's take our trusty cloth brush from Shane Olsen, I believe. And we can add some folds here and there. Not on all of them, but just enough to break up the surface and make it look more interesting. I think you're gorgeous. Thank you. You're gorgeous, your art is modern and contemporary new age. Man, so many compliments today. Thank you. Let's add a couple of folds at the back as well. Can't forget about the back of the model. For the wrapping of the pen, are you just going to retop it as one and then just bake the high on the low? Yes. I think I'll just do it as a whole thing together with the wrapping. I'll keep these meshes separate for now, because I can that way bake ID maps. Yeah, but I definitely not gonna keep it as a separate object. There is no point in it. For animation, I probably would have kept it for like non-game ready pipeline. Bring this one down. Sticking out too much. Always remember to check your model from all the angles. And any of those holes that we see, we should close them, because it will make my life easier when I'm gonna be doing retopology. I won't have to go on into all of those nooks and crannies to retopo it out. Why not just sculpt it in a way that it's easier to retopologize? Yeah, way of bro. I have a song accent. I'm 43 with kids in New Zealand. Okay. For posing, do you use the proxy mode or the spheres method, or you use the gizmo to pose? If it's a quick character, I'll use transpose tool, transpose master. But recently I've been using a combo of character creator 4 for rigging and posing, and then in conjunction with ZBrush. Pablo Munoz Gomez has really good series on that. I recommend it. And ever since I discovered Character Creator 4, haven't come back from it. It's just so much faster to pose characters. Okay, wrapping is kind of done. I'm happy I did it. I think it adds visual interest to the piece. And it makes it more arcane-y, if you will. We can quickly paint it, maybe. I have that icon of Pascal. I painted him in Procreate, but it's on my iPad, so I won't be able to get it now. What else needs to be done? Can you tell me something about ZBrush pipeline? Can you be a bit more specific? What about the ZBrush pipeline? Let's do that trick with the back face mask. There you go. Maybe one more time. Okay. And here. Well, okay. Happy New Year. I hope someday can use Z as smooth as you do. Haha. Thank you. Happy New Year as well. And of course you will. It's just a matter of time and how much like dedication you have on like daily basis to ZBrush. I just use it a lot in my pipeline, so these are the results of it. And still, I don't know half of it. There's so many features I just never use. So that's great. Keep on learning every day. Here's pen. I had animation class a while ago, the moment you started live streaming. Lucky for me, we weren't many today, so I made it to stream. Yay! That's so sweet. Something like that, but make it a square alpha. Hi Layla, Happy New Year. Hi Comics Legend, welcome to the stream. Thank you. You too. Some texture on those stripes you just made? Yeah. What is the question? Those stripes? Yeah, I just painted them. Layla, do you always keep a clean version of the pen or of the object just in case the art director says they don't like the cracks in the pen? Exactly. You know what's up. Love it. Thank you. Means first blocking then smoothing the mesh and next. Yeah. So, I mean, just watch any of my previous streams and you'll see the whole process. I don't know. What else is there to talk about? I like to show it instead of talk. Hello, Happy New Year. How do you become a ZBrush streamer, if you don't mind me asking? Happy New Year? Yeah, I reached out to them and we had a chat and they liked my work and I started streaming. That's kind of the idea. Any goals for this year? I want to 3D print her and paint her and do the whole thing, and she'll be like about this big, so like 25 centimeters. Yeah, that'll be fun. That's a goal. What else? Do more sports so I don't sit as much. What about you guys? Any goals for 2024? You haven't given me the feedback yet. Yeah, I know. I'm guilty of that. There were holidays and I wasn't at my computer. I went away. So I'll do it. I promise. I do it when I have time, really. And with the contest, I haven't had a lot of time. Draw a graffiti type skeleton fish inside the pan, and then on the other side will be the smile. No, I think I'll keep to Pascal because it's a cool nod to Rapunzel, and that's how people will understand it's like a Rapunzel skin for Jinx. And I think I'll just keep it from one side. I'm pretty happy with the design that I did. Cool idea though. I don't think I'll use any of this really. It's just for seeing how well all of it ties in together. Okay. I think we'll leave it as that for now. Put it here. And then we can delete this one. delete that one. And there you go. Rapunzel and her frying pan. The scale is a little bit wrong. It's more like it. Okay, so we've been streaming for 2 hours. I'm running out of stuff to do on her. I think I'm pretty much done. Don't want to add any more work for myself. So if you guys have any questions, I'll be happy to answer, because usually at the end of the stream I ask you, and then requests start flying in and I need to leave for work. But today, because it's holiday, I am at home, so I can answer them and I have time. Oh, I forgot that you're concentrated and my messages go late. You asked before what else to do. I wrote maybe adding some texture to those straps. Oh, I didn't get it. The straps are textured. I'm not gonna do much more because texturing will come through substance. So all the color you see here probably won't make it. Maybe parts of it will, but not much. Hello and Happy New Year. Hey gal, welcome. This year get a 3D job. That's the goal? That's nice. If you wanted to get my model rigged, would I need to create the folds on the cloth or just make it flat and rig the cloth later for the folds to be animatable? Rigging cloth for the folds to be like legit is really hard from my experience. You can get away with some deformations, like a good rigger will make like armpit area look good and stuff like that, and like they might add controllers to the rim of a t-shirt or a skirt or whatever. But like rigging so actual folds form, you need to be a really good rigger. Usually for games, you will bake those cloth folds in. Like I would bake all of this in. Yeah, so they're gonna be part of the geometry. Same here. Same here, here and here. I've seen a presentation from Capcom, I think. They did something crazy for their fighting game. Was it Street Fighter? Where they were sculpting folds for each like rigging pose for like each blend shape, and then they were blending between them. Because there's like very limited simulations you can do in the engine. Like you can do some, but it won't be super legit. So it depends on which pipeline you're working for and then on your goals as well. I'm not saying it's impossible. It's possible to rig clothing to like bunch up like this. Oh, can't see it. And then down. But I think it's a lot of work. How do you balance work and personal work? Oof. I don't know, man. I don't know if it's balanced at the moment. I just work for 8 hours in the office, plus 1 hour of unpaid lunch break, so 9 hours in the office. Then I come back home after I like exercise and cook food. Then I sculpt for another 3 hours for my personal stuff, and then I go to bed. And sometimes I can't do it all in one day, so I have to sacrifice something like cooking or doing sports or sculpting. One of them has to go on certain days because still need good sleep. It's something I do not like to sacrifice, otherwise I'm grumpy, and I don't drink coffee or black tea, so I really need that sleep because otherwise I won't survive. How are we going to pose her in ZBrush or rigging? So I mentioned it before, I'm gonna be doing the rig in Character Creator 4, and I'll be posing her there as well. And I'll bring those poses in for some corrections in ZBrush. How much time spent on this model? No idea. A month? I started modeling her in... When was the first stream? Let me find it. It's not gonna be very indicative of how much time I spent on it though. But I can tell you when I started. Yeah. So it says a month ago. So because I couldn't do it like full time while I was working. So I don't know. 25 hours maybe? Maybe close to 30 hours? 35 hours? 35 hours? I could have done it faster had I not streamed, but I wanted to show it to you guys, so I talk a lot, so when I don't talk, I'm faster. When I do talk, I'm slower. It's hard to tell. How are you? Good. A bit hungry. Again, because it's early morning for me and I haven't had breakfast. But overall, pretty good. You could do blend shapes. Yes, you could. You mean like for the clothes? Yep. This is a game character. Is that a question? Yes, it's gonna be a game character for the challenge, but then I'll revert back to the sculpt model to do like posing for like a 3D print. I really want to 3D print her. So maybe I'll like model out a chair or something. Or maybe she'll be standing. We'll see. Yeah, I really want to 3D print her. Oh cool, are you going to share the job you do on Substance Paint or you just share the finished rendered modeled? I can stream Substance stuff on my personal channel. So the link is in the description. I think. Maybe not. If you go to my art station in the description, my art station has all the links to everything. YouTube included. Or use normal maps to swap between false wrinkles with the controller so you can just control the texture instead of geometry. Yep, I think that's what they did on Capcom. Similar to that. Is this a personal project? It's a personal project for a contest. So yes. No way, I don't work for Riot. How do you like the CC4 workflow? I love it. It's simple. There are some buggy moments, but when you figure those out, it's really good. Thanks for the answer. Happy New Year from Barranquilla, Colombia. I think I butchered it, but thank you. How will you rig the hair in cinema? Oh, in Character Creator 4. No, don't save. ZBrush Y. How will I rig the hair? That's a good question. I don't think you can. Unless there's a way to add custom joints to it. Maybe I'll just pose her fully, like without her hair, and then I'll do the hair in ZBrush. Because I'm not a rigger. I've only played around with like advanced skeleton once, and then that's it. an auto rig option in Maya as well. For hard surface, what should I use, ZModeler or Blender? Whatever you have access to. Doesn't really matter. As long as you have the skills. I have modeled everything here. This is hard surface. This is considered hard surface. Hard surface. Hard surface. What else? Some of it is hard surface. All here. I didn't go anywhere. Too lazy. I will see you on the YouTube channel. Already subscribed. I will love to see the progress of your model till the end. I'm a fan of your work. Thank you. So riggers don't often do rigs for the complex cloth simulations? For complex ones, probably, yeah. Especially like dresses and complex garments, but we're talking about, like, it depends on what kind of character you have. Here, I don't see any use for complex rig for the clothing. Everything is pretty much skin tight. There's no need for any cool deformations, maybe just the flaps for her shoes, like those. Sorry, for those hanging bits. That's it. Oh, learning about character appeal, that's cool. Is that Jinx? Yay, that's Jinx Rapunzel. It's a kind of like a skin for Jinx, but she's Rapunzel. Posing in ZBrush? No. In Character Creator 4, and then bringing it into ZBrush and adjusting it. Do you have any trick to model hair? Hair for me is always a hard time. Hair is one of the most complex things for the character, so do take your time. That's my main advice. And you can like just watch a couple of, or maybe I didn't show it on stream, but I've showed it with all of my previous characters. I did Zelda here on stream and many more. But basically, let's duplicate it. Just take your freehand tool, start drawing out the scalp area, and then do I have it here? I think so. Analyze region, fill region. So let's say that's the scalp area. Go to subtool, extract, extract it. That gives you a preview of how big it will be. So let's make it 0.1, extract, accept, and that's what it's gonna give you. Let's just keep those two on. Those three on. She looks so freaky without her eyebrows. That's what you get, and now you can start pulling and pushing. And don't be afraid, because ZBrush can handle it, usually. The shape that you want. I cannot stress enough how important references are. Please find references. Do not make up hair from your head. You think you know what it looks like, you don't know what it looks like unless you're a hairdresser. As like a day job, you do not know what hair looks like. Please do not just brush it off, pun intended. Go to Pinterest or Google or wherever you find your reference images and look for a hairstyle. So for this one, I'm making it from my head and it looks like garbage. Let's go to Pinterest. Now look for female hairstyle. And by the way, in the recent years, Pinterest has become really bad because half of these images, if not 80% of these images, are AI. So this is AI. Bad. This one, AI. Bad. Because none of them are real. This is AI. Also bad. So try to find images that look real. This looks real, I think. This looks real. Maybe. Maybe not. Who knows at this point? Basically, finding real reference is the key. Also, not sure. I think it's AI. I think this lady's real. Hard to tell. So let's say this hairstyle. Start to like push and pull stuff. And because it's stretching so much, we can go to geometry, Dynamesh, and Dynamesh it. Got this parting line somewhere around here. It's rarely like straight in the center. A bit skewed. If we're talking about like real hair and realistic characters, you can make it straight and like real. Can't speak today. Very central to the piece, but it will look really mechanical, really soulless, I guess. Yeah, just stuff like that, and then we can grab snake hook. Where is it? Am I blind? Yeah, snake hook. Turn on Sculptures Pro. I use it so rarely that I forget what it's called. Let's just start repeating the same shapes I see on the reference. Here's the reference in case you forgot what it looks like. So it's layered. You should think about your sculpt in layers. So this would be the top layer, then there will be a bottom layer, maybe something in between as well. Wow, so many messages. I find it extremely difficult to constrain my workflow abilities to something. There is this intention to know all about the CG VFX. How could I choose to limit my knowledge to modeling, sculpting, and or texturing, rigging, and animation are too close to a character design? Then comes VFX to add some effects to the character and so on. Seems to never end. You just pick one, man. Just pick one. You don't have to commit to it for an eternity. Do it for half a year. Then you don't like it, then switch to something else. I started as a visual effects artist. Well, as a generalist first, and then visual effects, and then did visual effects for a few years. And I realized I didn't like it. And then I switched to modeling, modeled props and environments, Then I was like, I like it, but I like characters more. And then I started doing characters. So it really doesn't have to be set in stone. Adding asymmetry is also a big one when working with hair. I mean, what is industry demands? What do you mean? What does industry demand in terms of hard surface modeling? Nobody cares. Nobody gives a damn. Whatever you use to make models, you use it. What matters is the final result and that you can deliver it in the format that they want. That's it. Who is your favorite 3D artist? Just one? It's impossible, man. What kind of question is that? I cannot single out one person. But if I had to name a few, that would be Olya Anufrieva, Elga, on ArtStation, then Nikita Veprikov, then Maria Panfilova, then who else comes to mind? I mean, Polygon was the guy that I watched the most to learn ZBrush, so gotta give credit where it's due. Great guy. Not many more though. But yeah, that's how I would go about hair. And slowly build it up, and then once you're happy with the base, maybe get one of those hair brushes that you can get for a few dollars on the internet. And then start dragging out hair strands. Like so. And that's how I get here. Save your work. I saved it before I was doing the demo for the hair. So I think we're all good. But I'll say. Hair is rough. It took me some time to find some hair workflows for both sculpted and IMMs. Yeah. I'm giving myself a challenge to render my character in Spider-Verse style, not that I ever rigged before, but I love Spider-Verse. I played the movie soundtrack for motivation whenever laziness. Got it. Yeah. Good stuff. I mean, you have to find something that motivates you, right? AI is confusing me. That image that I pulled might very well be AI. Is it possible to only use micropoly on a specific polygroup or with a subtool? When I mask one polygroup, the others still get the micropoly effect. Not sure. Micropoly on a specific. I use it so rarely that I don't really know. don't think so. Yeah. Maybe there's a way, but I would just do it with nanomesh because nanomesh and micropoly are very similar. So just turn it off. Mesh. ZModeler brush. Then you can like replace this with anything, and then you don't have to. You can do polygroup all, you see, and then you can swap out the mesh as well. You can like take an insert mesh. Let's go winter cookies. What do you know? Take a candy cane, right? Brush, create nanomesh brush. Now let's go here and do polygroup all. So I've got so many cookie stars, it's insane. Whee! That's cool. It's a shame AI is becoming too popular. Yeah. It's a shame that people don't really understand what's the word? The consequences of using AI, of how much energy it's consuming. Some people have like full-on conversations with ChatGPT. And the amount of energy is just unmatched. So much wastage. In my experience, none of them, even Maya 3ds Max, is for video games. I mean, as a standard, though, Blender has been taking over, but ZBrush workflow is not optimized for hard surface. This is intended to be perfect shape, and ZBrush works like clay. I strongly disagree, because I've seen cars being modeled in ZBrush. I've modeled weapons in ZBrush, and all of my hard surface in the past 2 years has been done in ZBrush. So I don't see why you couldn't do it here. Hey Layla, what up? Hey, welcome. N, I remember. Because I had that conversation with you, what I should call you. So I think N is fine. I mean, I meant I've not rendered before, not rigged. I look up references for even common earrings. There you go, it's good. I have seen some videos on Instagram recently where they create usable 3D models using AI. How usable? Because I've seen 3D models from AI and they don't look usable. Wow, judging by your pronunciation, it seems like you're from Eastern Europe or Russia. Yes. So what? Is there a problem with that? I'm from Moldova. Hey, where are you come from? Where I'm from? I'm from Moldova. Do you use the IMM workflow for stylized hair only or just overall? Just for anything IMM, like all the belts on the model we made. All of these belts, IMM. Awesome, right from the beginning the new hair was looking amazing. Thank you for sharing the way you model hair. Oh, good. That hair color would look so cute on you? Okay. Acknowledge your work 75% of the greatest, more like 5%. Okay. Recently met Sugata Majumdar, and he truly inspired me. I've learned a lot from him. You might have seen his amazing work on ArtStation. Probably. I just don't remember names very well. Majumber, you mean? Oh yeah, I've seen his work. Good stuff. Thank God you don't from Russia. What if I was? Let's not get political, okay? I think it's bad to judge people just because of what the government is doing. My mom is originally from Russia, so I speak Russian. Okie dokie. I think this is it. We've been streaming for 2.5 hours. I think I answered all of the questions. Does Russia's a terrorist state? Okay, we're not gonna get into that. I'm not gonna discuss politics on stream. If you want to discuss it, you can discuss it elsewhere. We sculpt characters here, okay? Have you worked for Riot before? No. That would be cool though. I think they have an office in Australia, which would be closest to where I am. So maybe one day. That would be cool. I'm doing a school with Elon Musk, Astronova School. A new teacher. We use AI. Okay, good luck. Your Jinx model is super on point. Thank you, Shining Armor. It's not politic. Okay. Please take it elsewhere, not here. I do not respect swearing and politics when I clearly tell you not to discuss it, so please. If you don't want me to kick you out, please just leave. Hi Layla. Hi Moa. ChatGPT school is what we have, and we want you to be part of it. I do not want to be part of it, thank you. People from Russia are cool. Those politicians have anything to do? Okay. I know you're coming from a good place, but let's not discuss it, okay? I don't know if you answered this question for some of the people, but did you do the lines on the right leg? Incredible work. The lines on the right leg, you mean these ones? What do you mean, like these ones? Yeah, I showed it off earlier, how I did it in the stream. So you can rewind if you want. We did it again. Yes, yeah, so I showed it earlier in the stream. How to do cloth borders and stitching. What cloth borders? Stitching can be done with like an IMM brush. somewhere. So you can create your own IMM brush. I've done it before. You just model out one stitch, and then you go to brush, create insert mesh, and then you can turn it into a curve. Or you can get one for $1, but so you can make one for free. There are just so many out there on the internet. And I don't really know what you mean by cloth borders. There's also stitch brush. But I like to do my stitches in Substance when I'm texturing. But it's doable here. You can even turn on the color. Okie dokie. Can you tell that I watched Fallout, the TV show? I've been using okie dokie phrase ever since I watched it. Thanks, Layla, you're welcome. You mean the frills on the top? Yeah. What did you mean by cloth borders? Okay. Since the chat has gotten a bit quieter, I think you guys asked all of your questions. And on this note, I'm gonna wrap up. And then next time, I think we'll be doing something else because I'll be already like into low poly and texturing by that time. Maybe I will be even done with the model, we'll see. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching and chatting with me and just hanging around. I didn't expect so many people to show up. It was fun. Лейла, спасибо огромное за стрим. Кайфовый персонаж получается. С Новым годом. Крепкого тебе здоровья, много радости и всего самого хорошего. Спасибо большое. И спасибо, что пришли. Have a great day. You too. Later, have a good one. Yeah. Again, shameless self-plug. If you want to see my portfolio or follow me on Instagram, the links are down below. There's also a Discord community, which I promised to get back to today. A few of you guys requested some feedback, and I will get to you as soon as I can. But on that note, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Have a good day, thanks.